The role of caring for people with dementia is an important job for many care staff in residential and domiciliary care settings. Good person-centred care requires skill, patience, empathy, energy, motivation and vocation. This video will help you to explore the management issues around supporting a person-centred care approach with people with dementia. It recognises that a person-centred environment values staff as well as service users and discusses the key factors for promoting positive care practices and job satisfaction. Although we refer to managers, the content of the video is equally suitable for supervisors. People with dementia are unique individuals who rely on the special skills and qualities of good carers. The values that are at the heart of person-centred services are individuality and identity, rights, choice, privacy, independence, dignity, and partnership. Caring for people with dementia is a very skilled job. Carers must have good communication skills and be person-centred in their practice. Carers should be valued for the work that they do, and managers must ensure that they provide support and training to enable them to do the job well. This includes being able to view dementia as a disability, not a disaster, assume everything people do and say is potentially meaningful and therefore important, get to know the individual and see their life history as important, help people to maintain good physical health, provide appropriate stimulation, provide emotional support to the person with dementia.
I don't know if I can carry on working here. All these people have dementia, and once they get that, they may as well just give up.
How can you say that? Look at Mrs. Atkins, for example. She's got a lot of problems, but she enjoys life and she has a good laugh. I know there's some things she can't do, but there's still plenty she can do if we help her with the bits that are difficult.
I suppose so.
It's all down to the care that you provide, and you start by understanding the condition. There's a training course next week which would help you to understand more. I'd like you to go on it, and we can talk again after that.
Help! Help! It's on fire.
Oh, he's always saying this.
Something's on fire?
Yes, it's really burning.
Let's go sit down, Mr. Clark. There is no fire.
No, wait a minute. Mr. Clark, have you just been to the bathroom?
Yes, I have.
Was it painful? Yeah, come with me. We'll go and see the manager. You might have picked up that urine infection again.
Oh.
Is it all right if I phone your doctor, Mr. Clark? He'll soon help you, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, Belinda, for spotting Mr. Clark's difficulty.
Oh, thank you very much. Well done, love.
Hello, Mrs. Atkins. Why don't we go and sit down and have a chat? Tell me more about after you were married. You worked in an office, didn't you?
Oh, yes, dear. Big insurance office. There were lots of us girls in the typing pool.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yes. Lots of laughs and plenty to talk about.
That sounds interesting, Mrs. Atkins. Why don't you tell Carol more about it? I'm sure she's fascinated.
Oh, I could write a book about my life.
That's a good idea. Carol can write it down for you in your own history book.
Oh, lovely.
We need to make sure that we help all of our residents to be as physically healthy as possible. I'm organising regular visits from each resident's dentist and chiropodist.
Do all of our residents qualify for the over 75 screening check from their GPs?
That's a good point. I'll contact them. We need to make sure that everyone has a good diet, plenty of exercise and plenty of fluids.
How are we going to keep a check on all this?
We need to look out for any signs of not eating or drinking and record it in handover notes.
I'd also like to start a movement and music group every morning. That would help people to take some gentle exercise.
That's a great idea, as long as people want to join in. Otherwise, please notice if anyone's sitting for long periods and suggest that you walk with them a little, if they're able to. Either me or one of the management team will ask you if we feel that someone needs to have some exercise. Goodness, what a noise! Shall we put something a bit more soothing on?
Oh, yes, please.
How about your classical music?
That'd be nice.
That's lovely. Let's sit down and listen to it for a while.
Thank you.
I went into the sitting room earlier and the music on the radio was most inappropriate. The residents were very upset. We need to make sure that we have suitable music played.
Everyone likes different types.
Perhaps you could find out what everyone likes and make sure we have a choice. But no more Radio 1, please, unless someone requests it.
Oh, Mrs. Atkins, whatever is the matter?
I want to go home. I'm never going to go back home.
I understand. It must be very hard to leave a place you've lived for such a long time. It's natural to be upset. Would you like me to stop here for a while with you?
It's very kind of you, dear. But I don't want you to get into trouble.
Oh, that's all right, Mrs. Atkins. It's what I'm here for, to help you if you need me. I won't get into trouble.
Well done, Carol. Would you like me to take that bed linen so you can stay here with Mrs. Atkins? I'll get someone to bring you both a cup of tea.
So, to recap, as a manager, you should encourage those caring for people with dementia to view dementia as a disability, not a disaster. Assume everything people do and say is potentially meaningful and therefore important. Get to know the individual and see their life history as important. Help people to maintain good physical health. Provide appropriate stimulation. Provide emotional support to the person with dementia. A manager's role is also to reduce any negative practices that carers are carrying out, often thoughtlessly and without intentionally meaning any harm. Many of these practices are the result of habit and are inherent in the routines of a care setting. However, they're known to be particularly harmful when people with dementia cannot think through or deal with situations that have undermined them. It's believed that when this type of emotional distress is unresolved, there may be actual damage to brain tissue which could be adding to or even causing a person's dementia. Negative care practice can be viewed as episodes of thoughtlessness that sometimes take only moments to deliver, undermining the sense of self of the individual, long-lasting in the effect.
You can't put a 3 on there, that's a 6. You need one with 6 on it.
I don't know what's the matter with me today. I can't play. I can't play at all.
You're the same every day, not just today.
I'm going to sit in the lounge.
Oh, I'm going too.
Oh, well done. That was really useful. Poor Mrs. Atkins, she was really upset.
Well, what did I do? I didn't think.
Well, we do have to be a bit careful what we say. If we're constantly undermining someone, it's going to cause all sorts of problems for them.
I'm no good anymore. I might as well not
Sure.
be here. I'm so useless.
You'll be all right. Oh, come on now.
I'm very concerned about Mrs. Atkins. We've all noticed over the last 2 weeks a marked change in her. She's stopped doing all the things she used to be able to do.
Yeah, she's even stopped feeding herself now. We're having to do that for her. It's almost as if she's given up.
I'll contact the community psychiatric nurse. Maybe she needs some more medication.